What's up, YouTube Money Team and True Ballers? It's your boy, the Ballin' J Money, back at you with one more video before the weekend ends. And I want to take a moment to have a big shout out to somebody who I have been inspired to watch every time I hear that he makes a new video out on YouTube. And you guys saw the title, Devin Williams, Mr. 10,000 Hours. I mean, what could I say? I mean, I just watched his latest video, Back to Zero Part 2, and just watching that video, man, it just inspires me to just continue doing what I do when it comes to being a basketball player. Because you guys got to realize, I mean, he's one of few people that are special. And the reason why I say that is because there's so many people out there that has the dream of going to the NBA and it never works for them. They never make it. But they still use their God-given talent and their skills and use it to another purpose in life. And I think when you watch his new video, I mean, he says right in the beginning that like when he first started playing, he was never told that he could be an NBA player, but he was always told that he was a hooper. So in other words, it doesn't matter where you're at, as long as you got a ball in your hands, you're a hooper. So me personally, like I totally understood that like recently. I mean, I didn't understand that when I was young. Because when I was young, I wanted to be one of those guys where like, I want to be like Mike. I want to be the next Kobe. I want to be the next Ray Allen. Like I want to be the next guy Pippen on rebounding. Like you name it, I probably wanted to be that. But see, one thing that inspires me about Devin Williams is how you got to be mentally strong with the game of basketball. Because believe me, um, his Back to Hours Part 1 and 2, it all talks about his experience in China when he was training players and hooping with players in China. And I'll tell you, those China boys, they no joke. I mean, they are no joke. They will elbow you, they will knee you, they will knock you down. But that's the game of basketball. You compete against each other to be better. And that's the whole purpose of the game. Like, yeah, you have fun, but once you're on that court, you got to compete. And that's the whole purpose of it. And honestly, I could take a lot out of Devin Williams. I mean, I've been watching his 10,000 Hours series for about 2.5 months. And I kind of wish that he was doing all these videos years ago, like when I was in high school and college, because he was one out of like three or four other people that inspired me to not only to be mentally strong, but to be better as a ball handler because he's one of those guys that can handle the rock. Now, he's not, like I said, he's one of three or four people. The other people that inspired me to be a great ball handler, definitely two street ball players named, of course, if you guys, if you're a ball player, you know what I'm talking about. Hot Sauce and the Professor off the and one and ball up street ball leagues. I mean, they were the very first when I first took ball handling really seriously. And then if you guys are familiar with Coach Rocky, who does the I Love Basketball TV series on YouTube, he's another guy that inspires me to be a great ball handler as well. I mean, I really regret the fact that I should have learned all this when I was in high school because if any of you like watched any of my high school games or like if you guys knew what kind of player I was when I was young, I was only known for three things: being a gym rat, being a great shooter, and being a great rebounder. For me, that was it. I wasn't no point guard. I had very little handles. And my defense, I was only good at one on one all ball defense. I wasn't good with help defense. I wasn't good with transition defense. I was just good with one on one defense, and that was it. I mean, I couldn't handle. I mean, every time I dribbled the ball, I mean, the limit I would dribble was three, because if I dribbled after three, I'd probably turn it over. So it was tough for me to even think about it because if I was in the gym, I wouldn't care about the handles. All I cared about was getting my shot off over one defender, two defenders, creating creating space off of screens. Like that's what I was known for as a shooter. But then I got to a point where, hey, imagine what I could have been if I had handles along with the shooting skills that I have. And I've been taking ball handling like a lot more seriously than shooting nowadays because I mean, you can't go anywhere without the ball in your hands. I mean, you look right here. I got a ball right here next to me, just laying right here chilling on a Sunday night. I'm just chilling, studying the game of basketball. Like, that's usually what I do. Like during the week, I'll train and I'll hoop with guys. But then when it comes to days like today, like Sunday, I would use Sunday as a rest day physically and prepare mentally when it comes to how to get better, because I like to use my mentality and improve it. And then when the next day comes, I take that mentality and put it into a physical perspective, which means working out, training. So so big shout out to Devin Williams in the 10,000 hours series. I mean, I'm loving it. I really do. And if you are a ball player and you're watching this video, subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is called Shift Team HQ, or just type in Devin Williams 10,000 hours, and you'll find every part that he has uploaded into YouTube. Because I mean, if you're a ball player, learn from this guy, because he doesn't teach you just the game. He also teaches you how to be strong from a mental perspective. And him being out in China and doing two parts of his experience in China is just a perfect example of how to be strong mentally. So I think I think just watching him is just one of the few reasons why I still want to be a baller. I mean, he says hooper, but I call myself baller. That's why I say true ballers nowadays. Like, you go on my Instagram, Facebook, I put down true baller on a hashtag, because I think it's a fact. If you love the game of basketball and ball is your lifestyle, then you're a true baller. That's what I consider as a ball player. If you're a true baller, you have those two. You have those two. So I wanted to put that out there, and what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna do some more shout outs. I mean, I first did shout outs with Kobe Bryant when he retired, and I did a shout out for the Golden State Warriors when they broke the '96 Bulls record, and now I'm doing a shout out for Devin Williams 10,000 hours. I'm gonna keep on doing shout outs in the future. Um, so if I call your name and you're a shout out, and I'm either watch you on YouTube, or you're somebody I've known and we've got really tight. And if you want to get a shout out, just comment on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, do what you gotta do. And if you want that shout out, let me know. And if I got anything good to say about you, you'll know about it. Just as long as you stay up to date on my videos. So I'm not gonna do more than just blogs. I'm gonna also do shout outs as well. Now in the future, like, I will be doing training videos. I'm not sure when I'll do that, because I still gotta find the right tools and how am I gonna do it and stuff. Because right now I'm not at that point where I can train and demonstrate drills or skills or anything like that right now. But when it gets to that point, be prepared. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just gonna do blogs and shout outs relating to a person that inspires me, or if there's something that I want to let people know about, or if it's an update on my business or my personal life, I'm gonna let people know about it. Because like I said, I want to make up for the lost time that I took of being away from YouTube, and I think just doing shout outs is just an add on to this. So shout out once again to Devin Williams. I appreciate everything you've done. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna keep watching you, and I know there's a lot of people that's gonna watch you too. But I'm gonna take a lot of your videos to heart, because you teach me a lot of things. Like, I've only watched you for a couple months and I'm learning, and that's why I think that's what's great about being a ball player. When you want to be a great ball player, like, you don't even have to be in the NBA. Like, you can just play and train and still learn. Like, I want to learn to be one of those trainers like you are, and instead of going to the NBA, training guys in China. I mean, I've always had a dream that I go to Italy and train players. I've had dreams where I go to uh, Europe and train players. I mean, I have those dreams, and I still keep those dreams to heart. But for the time being, I just train local players. Anybody that needs training. I mean, I train a lot of different ages. I did train one overseas player one time, and that was last summer. And that was when we were at Purdue University and we trained together. He was looking to get better as a shooter, and I taught him how to shoot the ball better. So, I mean, that's just an example. So, yeah, I love training guys. Even when I'm not training myself, I love training other people, because there are so many ball players in this world. I mean, a lot of people don't have that teacher, that trainer that helps them. And there's always good to have a trainer that knows what he's talking about. So, Devin Williams is a great example. The Professor is a great example. Coach Rocky from I Love Basketball TV is another great example. Matter of fact, I might do another video next time on doing a shout out to Coach Rocky because he's another guy that inspires me. But for the time being, if you guys are watching this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date to more Ball and J Money videos. And I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. And I'll catch y'all next time. Ball and J Money's out. Peace.